Hello, I'm Ollie and this is Crimin Jolly, where I talk about crime, pulp, horror, that kind of thing. Today, none of that nasty stuff. I've got a new original tag for you, the Naughty or Nice BookTube tag. So this is a new original tag co-created by me and MJ from the channel Reading This Life, although I would say that MJ did the vast majority of the work, so thank you MJ. So there are two halves to this tag. There's the naughty half or the nice tag. You can choose to do either half or you can do both of them should you want to. So naturally I'm doing the nice half. People seem to think that I'm an evil person for some reason. I'm definitely not. I'm one of the nicest people you could ever meet. So I'm doing the nice half. So I have a number of questions to go through with you. I will start them immediately. So the first question is, what book filled your heart with joy in 2022? And that book was this one. Hey Bert by Roberto Pastori, who you may know as Bert from the channel Pastori Time. So this was just such a lovely book and it filled me with joy, partly because it's a really lovely book, but also because it's poetry and I didn't think I really liked poetry and I really enjoyed this. So it kind of felt like it opened up a new world for me. And also because it was written by someone I know, and it's always a bit funny, isn't it, when you read a book by someone you know? You never know how good is it really going to be, and are you going to have to be polite to them and say that you liked it. Now fortunately, pretty much every book I've ever read by someone I knew has actually turned out genuinely to be good, and this turned out to be wonderful. So thank you Bert for writing this. I really loved it and it definitely filled my heart with joy. The next question is, what fictional book character is at the top of Santa's nice list? So I'm going to go with a slightly strange, perhaps, answer for this one, and I'm going to go with Socrates Faultlow from the trilogy of books by Walter Mosley. So Socrates Faultlow is an ex-con, so was imprisoned for murder, and he's now has been, served his time. He's an old man. He's been released from prison, and he's trying to go straight. So he's someone with a very dark past, but he always tries to do the right thing. So I think he would definitely be at the top of Santa's nice list. He has a real heart, and he tries, no matter what the odds, to do the right thing. And all he's trying to do is make a decent life for himself. So yeah, my vote goes to Socrates Faultlow for that one. Next question is, have you always been on Santa's nice list? And I think the answer to that is yes. So as I've said, I do have a reputation for some reason on BookTube, partly I think because of setting up challenges that people start doing and then find they don't enjoy, despite the fact that they willingly signed up to do them. I seem to have a reputation for not being nice, but I am nice. Trust me, I'm a nice guy. Next question then is, share a nice holiday or seasonal memory or tradition. So this is one we do in my family. So we are a small family. It's me, my wife and one son. And my wife is very good with her hands. She's very good at kind of knitting and things like that. So when he was a baby, she made for his first Christmas a big kind of stocking, which looks lovely anyway, and like embroidered his name on it and stuff like that. But what she's done every year since then is make a cut round his hand. So put his hand on a piece of green felt and cut round it and stick that on. And she's making a Christmas, or has made a Christmas tree out of all of these hands. So we can see how much his hands have grown over the years, and it just looks really nice as well. So it's a kind of been a lovely family tradition over the last 14 years. Now that he is 14, he's less into stuff like that than he was when he was a cute little kid. But it's still a nice tradition and a nice kind of record to have of all of his Christmases. Okay, next question is, show us the nicest cover from a book you read this year. So I think, and I haven't actually read the whole book yet because it is an omnibus volume, but this cover from the Elric of Melniboné book by Michael Moorcock, I think is absolutely fantastic. So I love this kind of fantasy art. And I think this is just a brilliant example of it. There are two more books that I have in the series which also have fantastic covers, so I'll show those quickly too. I haven't read either of these ones yet. So the second volume, Stormbringer, also absolutely fantastic. And then the third volume, The White Wolf, which I don't like quite as much, I have to say, but it's still pretty magnificent. is this one. So yeah, I think those are wonderful covers, and as I say, I really, really like that kind of style of fantasy art. Okay, next question is, what 2022 release would you give to someone who's been nice? So even though I haven't read it yet, I would give them Aliens Vasquez by V. Castro, because I think it's going to be fantastic. This is the book I forgot to buy before I started my Read What You Own challenge, where I'm reading 100 books I already own before buying any new ones. And I'm really annoyed at myself for forgetting to buy it. But I have put it on my Christmas list, and I'm pretty confident I'm getting it from my parents' Christmas. So I will look forward to reading that in the new year. The final question then is, who is the nicest booktuber? Now, I think that MJ thinks she's the nicest booktuber because she does support Small BookTube every Sunday. She's done over 40 episodes, and that is fantastic. She is an incredible support to the rest of BookTube, and particularly to Small BookTube. I think she does a wonderful service for the whole community. But because she thinks she's the nicest booktuber, I'm not going to give this award to her. I'm not going to give her as the answer for this question. I'm going to give this one to Dave from Book Blather. So Dave is just such a lovely guy. Olive, his dog, is fantastic too. He has a wonderful way about him. He talks really interestingly and entertainingly about books. But he's also just really supportive to the rest of the community. And you may remember a couple of months ago when there was a bit of kind of unpleasantness floated around for a little bit. Dave created a tag kind of championing the lovely things about the BookTube community, which really took off and was, it was wonderful to see everyone talking about all the great things about BookTube. So yeah, I'm definitely going to give this one to Dave. Okay, time to tag some people. So because this is kind of a festive themed tag, and we want to get it off the ground quickly, we're going to tag loads of people. So if you are one of the people I tag and you want to do this, remember you can do either the nice version of the tag, which is the one I'm doing, or the naughty version of the tag, which is the one that MJ is doing, or you can do both. So here are all the people I'm tagging. I'll put them all in the description for the video as well. So Michael K. Vaughan, Steve Donahue, Crystal at Fibre Artsy, Gina Stania, Brian at Bookish, Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads, Jolene at Bookworm Adventure Girl, Jim from Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff, Micah Cummins, Michael Romeo from Michael Romeo Talks Books, Jack at Spread Book Joy, Gareth at Book Songs and Other Magic, Pax from Pax Panic, Alan from Big Hard Books and Classics, and Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot, and also Alice from Alice and the Giant Bookshelf, and Anne from Anne with a Book. So a ton of people tagged. Be lovely to see you all do this tag, either the naughty version or the nice version. And yeah, as we move through December, hope everyone has a really fantastic festive season. Looking forward to, I'm really enjoying all the kind of Vlogmas videos that people are putting up at the moment. I may do some of those myself next year. But yeah, I'm sure I will speak to you all again in some way before Christmas. But if I don't, have a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate it, and a fantastic 2023. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you're safe and well out there. Hope you're reading good stuff, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Cheerio.